Recent breakthroughs in AI technology have enabled the creation of 3D web experiences never before possible. You can now use a couple of photos of an object or a scene to create a 3D model of the object or a mind-blowing 3D environment that looks like it took a team pots of money and lots of time to make. Now, you may have heard of NERFs or other Radiance Field Technologies, which is what allows for the creation of these 3D models or environments. The fact that we can create those models using AI is mind-blowing. However, it was still not practical to use that technology for creating web experiences because of the computational cost of rendering these models for display on computer screens. However, in August, a paper dropped about 3D Gaussian Splatting, which is a new technology that can not only generate these 3D models or scenes given a sparse number of photos of the object or environment, but is also capable of rendering views of the model or environment basically instantaneously, which means that at this point, it is now cheap, easy, and fast to create mind-blowing, interactive, which we'll get to later in the video, beautiful 3D web experiences. Allow me to show you what I mean. So this is some drone footage I took at an undisclosed location before Gaussian splatting or even NERFs was a thing. However, the frames that make up this video are perfect for generating a Gaussian splat. The background is not blurry, the camera is circling a focal point at a constant radius, and in general, it's just a scene that I thought would be really cool to try and see if I can use Gaussian splatting to recreate as a 3D environment that we would then be able to move around in freely and even interact with programmatically. Thankfully, there are web services such as Luma AI, which allow you to upload a video directly and they'll extract the frames and run the algorithm that generates the Gaussian splat. Once you have an account on lumalabs.ai, you can just click this create button and click the FAQ or help to understand the requirements for the video. And then you can just upload your video here, wait some time, and sooner or later, your Gaussian splat will show up just like mine did right here. You can download your splat in a variety of formats. For now, let's see what our generated splat looks like in the web interface that Luma AI provides. You can already see it's pretty cool when I just hover over it. And if you're sharp-eyed, you'll note that the flight path the drone is taking in this auto-playing animation is not identical to the one that I uploaded. If you go back in this video, you'll see that that drone clip maintains a constant distance and a constant height. And this seems to be changing height and also getting closer and further away. So this is actually not my original video. It's a video that Luma AI rendered using the Gaussian splat that it generated from the original video. And that's a very cool feature of Gaussian splatting, because imagine you can take a drone video of a location and not worry about getting it right, because once you have a Gaussian splat of the environment, you can redo the flight path and maybe even add maneuvers that you couldn't do in real life. Let's open our splat. I love this opening animation. So you could see what happens is it first renders this point cloud, which kind of defines the shapes of the scene, the structure, the objects, and then it adds the texture on top of that. And that's great for the web because you get this beautiful, stunning visual nearly immediately. Let's say if you use this on your website for some type of fold or hero image or something, you instantly get this interesting, expensive looking visual, and pretty quickly you get the full 3D scene. But what's mind-blowing about this is that this is a full 3D scene, like in a video game or something. I can grab this with my mouse and start moving around in this plane. I can rotate it however I like. And now I'm looking at this scene from angles that my camera never saw. And that's AI bit of this, that it's figuring out those in-between images, what they should look like, and using the Gaussian splat technology to render them. And you've got reflections, shadows. The level of detail is mind-blowing. And though I've taken this footage with a Mini 3 Pro DJI, but you can use any phone camera, not even a new phone, because the heavy lifting is done by Luma AI on their servers. So if your phone can take a video, you can create a 3D scene like this. Now, if all you need is the functionality that I just showed you, then you're pretty much good to go. Just click the share icon right up here. You can play around with a couple of these settings, choose your width and height, and then grab a link or iframe code that you can use to embed this scene on your website. I've already posted a video demonstrating that on TikTok. None of that is what I wanted to address in this video, because the real power this technology gives you is to create immersive, interactive experiences that are limited only by your imagination. Because the Gaussian splat that you're showing on your site is not an image or a video, but a rendered 3D scene, you can control it and manipulate it using your site's JavaScript code. And you can present your site's users with the ability to interact with the scene using various input devices, such as their keyboard or mouse. Let me show you an example. This is a website that I made on Wix, which is a platform that I like to use to try out new ideas and libraries because it lets me avoid dealing with all the drudgery of annoying DevOps stuff. And what you can see here is an interesting blend of reality and fiction. Using JavaScript, I was able to create this effect of this desert ground rising and falling like waves, and also have this color-changing fog rolling in and out of the scene. Now, this was all done without any special camera equipment, hardware, software, expensive software. It was done with software, but no expensive software. And in the next video, I'll show you exactly how I did this.